Hey everybody, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Crafty Nurse Tina. So as you can see in front of me, I have some epoxy coasters that I have been working on. They're a little bit in some different levels. Tilt this down just a tad. So these ones are ones that I have started, and then these ones are pretty much finished. They just have the final coat, final layer of epoxy over them. So I typically use a piece of foil down under my epoxy, because if you did any work with epoxy, then you know it's kind of messy and it is hard to come up off of. If it falls on something, it's hard to get come up off of it, unless it's like silicone. So this is silicone, so it'll come out of this easy. But yeah, so pretty much this is the process. I have did these coasters in a couple different ways, and I've only just started doing them, so it's been kind of like trial and error. But I have this one that I did, and this one was my first one that I did, and I had messed up on it. I think the color pencil was too close to there, and it put a bubble there, and I tried to sand it out. I'm holding on to this because I am going to put another layer of epoxy over that at some point, since that one is mine. And I have a couple more. This one, it needs the like this, it needs the layer of epoxy over it, but turned out super cute. I was pretty pleased with that one. And I have another one, this one, same thing, it needs a layer of epoxy over it. So this one and this one are different molds. This one is smaller than this one, if you can see, smaller. So I ended up buying some bigger molds so it holds my crown more, because what happened when I first tried these, the crown was too wide, so I had to try to save them. And I think I am going to be able to save it once I put the epoxy over that. I think I still will be able to probably sell those. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to mix some epoxy and put it over these so it can seal in the sticker, and then in 24 hours those will be dry. For my epoxy, I use these measuring cups. So let me see what's the say on the pack. This was a 50-piece cup, and it has the measurements on it. So I typically don't have my measurements down packed. I am going to probably do 2 and 2. So 2 parts of the hardener and 2 parts of the well, I don't know if this was this says hardener, and then this is just the fast cure. It says fast cure epoxy. I have this on going upside down because for whatever reason, this one runs out faster, and I'd be mixing them the same, but this one comes out quicker. So yeah, so I have it upside down, so it's gonna be easier for me to pour. And I'm pretty much just going to maybe use the rest of that. What else do I need? So I use, this is just alcohol in the spray bottle. I use that for this to spray out the bubbles. So I typically, and I won't be doing that on camera because it is a process to do these. They have to dry 24 hours. But I typically will spray the bubbles that I see at first. Then I come back in about 15 minutes and spray again. Usually I have to do that about 3 times. It's not something that I can just leave and forget about. And then I'll put this over the top to kind of keep stuff from getting into it. And I need a popsicle stick. So sometimes I just get a plastic knife, because I mean, this one is going to be okay for this tutorial, but typically I'll be working with like a full cup, and I don't have a whole lot of handle room, so I usually use a plastic knife, which is better for stirring for me. And if I was, which at some point I'm going to come and do like a video from start to finish. I'm just pretty much trying to top these off, but I will one day do a video and show y'all the process, like when I add the glitter, yeah, and all that. But for right now, oh, before y'all come for me in the comments, I do not have any gloves, so you definitely should be wearing gloves with epoxy, and you should be in a well ventilated area. If you have asthma or anything like that, you may want to find epoxy that's not too strong. I got this Jansun epoxy off of Amazon. It's actually supposed to be ready in like 12 hours. I still give all my epoxy 24 hours, but it works pretty good, and it's not too, like, the fumes aren't too strong. But I really should have gloves because it is messy. It's sticky, so when you get it on you, it's not that good to, it's not that easy to come off. So but I don't have any. Yeah, I ran out of gloves. I'm gonna have to put that on my list to order. But anyway, so we're gonna keep it moving. So I think I'm gonna do this to, I think I said 2 ounces. So it would be 1 ounce of, I'm gonna do this one first because this is already, I had it tilted over. So I'm gonna do this one, which is the fast cure. And hopefully I can get 1 ounce out of it. Don't look like it. So it looked like it's about a 1/2 ounce. And the crazy part about this epoxy is you really want to be precise with your measurements. So I do have another box. I have a brand new box that I haven't opened yet. And I didn't want to open it on camera. I wanted to see if I could use the rest of this. So I pretty much emptied that out, and I got this on my mat, which is what I didn't want to do. Where's my trash bag? I kind of use all these Walmart bags in the trash. I usually have them sitting like right by my little workstation. And I'm gonna use the alcohol prep, which I needed. I need to get some more of them too to wipe this mat real quick, because that epoxy, when the bottle fell out my hand, it flew over there. So I don't want this to I don't want to stick to my mat. All right, so this is what we got, which it didn't fill up to the 1. So I'm hoping that it's half, because I'm going to fill this the rest of the way up to the 1. And we're going to hope for the best. I will know come tomorrow if my coasters didn't set right. It's because it wasn't equal parts. So the thing about epoxy is it has to be equal parts. If I use 1 ounce of the one, I got to use 1 ounce of the other. And this didn't have the line for, it didn't have a line for me to see if that was 0.5 ounces. It wasn't to the 1, so I'm hoping it was close enough to 0.5 ounces, because I filled it up to the 1 when I did the other part. But yeah, so I'm just stirring this. And like I said, they say if you stir it slow, that helps to eliminate bubbles. I haven't had any epoxy that I've never had bubbles, so because I had this little alcohol solution, Well, it's not solution, it's just alcohol. That's all it's just in a spray bottle. So because I have that and I'm going to spray the bubbles out anyway, then I'm not really worrying about these bubbles. But you just want to make sure it's mixed good, mixed thoroughly. Let me see, what does it say on it? And this doesn't have an odor, it doesn't smell. And my eyesight is bad. I almost need, I got my glasses on and I still barely can read this. It just has some warning stuff on there. Clear, crystal clear, high gloss, resist yellowing, bubble free, self-leveling, 4 hours to mold. I never take it out in 4 hours, ever. The earliest I can take it out, maybe I might do 12, but I do try to let it sit for the whole 24. So what I'm going to do is, on this video, I'm going to, and I feel like this is probably enough mixing because there wasn't even that much to begin with. You just want to make sure you mix it real good. I don't have the box that this originally came in to see what the directions actually say for how long you're supposed to mix it. But I just bought another box. I bought a bigger one because I also want to do some table trays. But this is a bigger box, and the writing's even smaller, so I can't read this either. But it should, inside when I open it, when I do my next tutorial, it should have maybe some directions in there that I can read to y'all. I'm sorry. But it's, I got it off of Amazon. It comes in different sizes. I had needed some like at the last minute, so that's why it's a smaller size. This is a bigger container, which you'll see when I do open that on the next video. And then they even have a bigger one than that. So you see it's tons of bubbles. All right, so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour over my design. It is self-leveling, so it will level out. And this was, how much did I make? 1 ounce. 1 ounce. So this might even only be enough for this one coaster. We're gonna see. And you don't have to do the popsicle stick thing with it. It will eventually like smooth out on its own. But I just did it. So that is just 1 ounce. I would say is enough for two to top 2 off. It looks like this is smooth out to do the whole thing, hopefully. And that I have sitting on my mat over there, which I'm lucky that it didn't drip, because if it's a silicone mat, it doesn't too much matter. This is one of my new mats, and I ain't really trying to mess it up, but I'm pretty sure that on my older mat I had got some epoxy on that, and it didn't hurt it terribly, but I think that it still has some sticky. So, and I typically, I probably need some more of these too, the alcohol wipes, the one that before I come back and do another video for y'all with this epoxy, I'm going to make sure I have my gloves, and I'm going to make sure I have some alcohol wipes, because I don't want no static. But, yeah, so anyway, let me move these up a little bit. So, I topped these 2 off. These 2 still need to be topped off, and these need to be done, like finished. well, it's not even going to be finished. It's actually, this still has 2 more parts. This is the first part. Then I'll do my like glitter color so to look like that. Let that dry. And then you come back and you put the epoxy on the last. So it actually has like 3 levels. These take a while to do. I don't really do them that much, but I am doing some because I have some vending events coming up. Turn this up a little bit. I have some vending events coming up, and I am going to bring these out with me. It's I have a couple that's going to be at schools, so I still have to get the backing, the cork backing. Some teachers may use these as actual coasters. They are coasters, but some people may just use them as paperweights. I use mine as a paperweight. But yeah, so I want to just make sure I have all the parts to them. But anyway, so I'm just gonna open this first. And just a spray. And so of course, yeah, I don't have any more alcohol wipes. I was gonna just go around, but you can see I sprayed, so right now there's not any bubbles on these 2 because those are the ones that I feel. And I am going to cover these.